In this video, I'm going to show you how it took me all day on Sunday to fix an oil leak in this R380. I've got a problem with this R380, and it's a very strange problem because it's leaking out the oil pump at the back. But when I've had it running for about 3 hours, it doesn't leak. When it's stood stationary, it leaks. I've just washed it off there. How the hell is that happening? Now, I've already taken this apart once, and I put a new O-ring in it, and I put a new sealing in it, and it's still leaking. Now, at first I thought it was the bolts that had gone and broke the casting inside, but they're perfect. I honestly don't know what's wrong with it. So I'm going to take it out again. So there you are, it's 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon. I replaced the O-ring again, and there was a little nick just in there. But the thing is, what is it there? Yeah, just there, look. But nowhere else. Now, I can't understand how it's got nicked. I've polished this with 600 paper, taking the edge off, and it always seems to come out of this bolt hole here. I can't work it out. I've never had one do that before. It was the same when I put the smoke test on, everything was fine. But it just somehow decided to leak. Anyway, we'll leave it for a couple of hours running, get the oil warmed up again, and then we'll leave it overnight and see what happens. So now I'm kind of stuck because I wanted to get Bill's box on here and I can't get it on. Well, this box has been running for 2 hours. It's nice and warm, no leak. So I'm going to turn it off now and see what happens to it. I hope it's fixed. You just wouldn't believe it. It's been literally 3 minutes and it's leaking again. Can you see it? Yeah. What on earth is wrong with that bloody pump? I wonder if there's a crack in it or something. But why doesn't it leak when it's running? But when it's stationary, it leaks, and it's not as if the oil level's higher, because there's the plug there. It's about on that level. This is a mystery, isn't it? Oh well, I've had enough today. Sunday. I'm going to have the rest of the day off. I'll think about this. I just wonder if I should just put some sealer in the thread. It's always this one, it's always in this position. Yet you would have thought when it's running and getting pressure up, it would leak even more, but it doesn't. It leaks when it's stopped. Oh, calamity. So now it's about 5:30-ish. I've just plugged the smoke machine in, and you can hear it's just a say bubbling when we're looking at this here. So let's have a zoom. I hope you can see. There is a tiniest bubble. That's weird. There you can see the oil being forced out. Can you see it? It's always out of there. Oh, look at that. That's interesting. Why did it bubble when I tapped it? Now that is tight. I don't know which one it is. Oh, it's this one. Still it leaks, look. Can you see it? What the hell is causing that? I tell you what, we've got nothing to lose now, have we? Let's take that out. See what happens. Maybe we can see inside. I don't think the casing's cracked because no, that doesn't go all the way down there, but you can see, look at the oil coming out. I've never had one like that before. Blow this out. Yeah, it's filling up with oil. Pouring out. So I've taken the cover off again. The gasket isn't looking fantastic because it's been on and off that many times. God, they're a crappy gasket. I'm even thinking about making a paper one, but on the other hand too, I'm thinking about running this down to JP tomorrow and put it on his, put this piece on his grinding machine, make sure it's flat. It could be warped. I don't know, the pump's in good condition. Just why I want it. I've dropped some oil off by the way, so. But you see, the thing is, if I put air into it now, like this now, it's not falling, that's oil bucket. Then you can see oil is coming out of this centrepiece here. It's just the fumes are being blown off. Yeah, it's coming through the bearing. The only thing I can do is pull out that pump again and see if it's the O-ring's gone again. Just grease behind here. This is running. So there's a used pump, a spare pump. The O-ring's good. Let's turn that. So that's in line with that bolt hole there, and that's in line with that bolt hole there. I'll just put some ATF on this here. It's going to go in. put our little guide bolts in. Put these guide bolts in first. Right, so we've got that pointing towards there. We've got that pointing towards there. That's the top. That went in a lot easier. Let's try that. We'll make sure that oil pump is working by cracking this bit off. Yep. Can you see it? Can you see the oil leaking out there? So we know the oil pump's working. I'm just wondering if the face has got a little bit defective. It just literally vomited out, didn't it? But that, so far, so good. It's something to watch for though, isn't it? Let's put the air back on. Let's really encourage a leak now. Yeah, you know, I'm thinking about this. I'm thinking I'd get this faced off because I'm just wondering whether these bits here, are, you know, where the tapered holes are. I wonder if they're just a little bit tall. Well, I'm running down to JP's, but what I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave this running. It's now 10 to 6. Yeah. See the smoke machine still on. So that will give it some extra pressure. There's nothing. Isn't that odd? Land Rover gearboxes here. You never know what you're going to get. It's like life's like a box of chocolates. But if that fixes it, we're going to leave it like that. So that was just about all my day wasted on that. Well, it's now 7 o'clock on a Sunday. I'll get some good overtime for doing this. But when we look at this gearbox here, there are no leaks at all. It's been running all that time. Nothing. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch this off and then we're going to see if it leaks again. It is an absolute mystery why that's leaked. It's got the same bolts in. I can't figure it out. I can only think that the cover's bent. Anyway, let's come back to this when it's cooled down in maybe an hour. Right, what time is it now? It's 9 o'clock. And what do we have? Dry as a bone. So I think we can safely say that that's alright. So I'll go down to JP's tomorrow. It has to be this pump plate has got a bend in it or something like that, or there's a high spot. We'll get it machined off and we'll see if we can resurrect that again. See ya.